Okay, let's just state the obvious. We are in the middle of a massive technological shift. The AI world is moving so fast, it's kind of hard to keep up. So today we're going to try and pin it down. We'll look at the insane money flowing in, the tools being built to power it all, and how it's all about to land right in your pocket. Let's dive in. Let's start with a number. $1 billion. That's the new annual recurring revenue OpenAI just tacked on in a single month. And that's just from their API. Just to be super clear, that's not a one-time thing. They basically spun up a $1 billion-a-year business in about 30 days. Wild. So yeah, if you've ever wondered what it sounds like when an entire industry just hits the accelerator and goes into hyperdrive, well, this is it. We're watching this financial and tech explosion happen in real time, and it's changing, well, pretty much everything. All right, so to really get what's going on, you've got to follow the money. And the sheer scale of the cash we're talking about, it's just on a completely different level, even for the tech world. And right at the heart of this financial storm, there's one company that keeps popping up, OpenAI. Look, lots of companies are in this race for sure, but OpenAI has become this focal point. They're not just making a ton of money, they're also the target for some of the biggest investment dreams on the planet. And this chart, it really shows you their two-pronged attack. On one side, you've got this insane revenue growth from the stuff they already have out there. But on the other side, they've got this massive goal for new funding. So they're not just earning, they're raising a mountain of cash to fuel whatever comes next. And that new funding, it could push the valuation up to $830 billion. Think about that for a second. That's not just an investment in a company, that's a colossal all-in bet that our entire future is going to be powered by AI. So, the obvious question is, what do you even do with all that money? Where is all this cash going? And the answer is, they're building the very foundation of the future. This isn't just about tweaking some code. We're talking about building out massive data centers, buying up servers, and just securing the raw horsepower you need to make that next big leap in AI. And that brings us to a classic analogy that fits perfectly here, the gold rush. You know, while everyone's fixated on finding the gold, the AI models themselves, there's this whole other huge market blowing up for the picks and shovels you need to even start digging. This slide breaks it down perfectly, right? The gold is the flashy stuff we all see and use, like GPT-4 or ChatGPT. But the picks and shovels, that's the crucial, often invisible tech that makes it all work. It's the infrastructure that makes sure these models are fast, cheap to run, and can actually handle millions of us using them all at once. And a perfect example of one of these picks and shovels is a tool called VLM. You can basically think of it like a supercharger for an AI model. It's this open source engine that makes everything run way faster and more efficiently. It's so good at what it does, it's pretty much become the industry standard overnight. So just how valuable are these tools? Well, the company started by the people who made VLLM, called Infract, just raised $150 million. And get this, that was for their seed round. That tells you everything you need to know. The market for the picks and shovels, it might just be as big, if not bigger, than the market for the gold itself. Okay, so we've got mind-blowing amounts of cash and these new foundational technologies. But what does any of this actually mean for you in your day-to-day life? Well, this whole gold rush is flowing straight into the one device you probably use more than any other. Yep, all this massive investment, all this infrastructure, it's being funneled directly into the devices you use every single day. The tech giants are in an all-out war to cram these powerful new AI features into their products. I mean, just look at what's reportedly on the way this fall. Apple is supposedly giving Siri a complete overhaul in iOS 27, turning it from a basic assistant into a real AI chatbot. And at the same time, Google is rolling out something they're calling personal intelligence. This will let their Gemini AI tap into your personal stuff, like your Gmail or your photos, to give you answers that are actually tailored to you. So the big takeaway here is this: the AI on your phone is about to get a major upgrade. We're moving way beyond just simple commands. It's about to start understanding your context, your data, your life on a much, much deeper level. But, this race isn't just happening in your pocket. It's playing out on a global stage. What we're really seeing is the geopolitical scramble for AI dominance, and it's probably going to define the rest of this century. And when you look at the headlines, it's pretty easy to think this is just an American race, right? The names you always hear, OpenAI, Google, Apple, they're all based in the US. But is that really the whole story? Is it really that simple? Well, not if you ask some of the smartest folks in the room. This quote is from Arthur Mensch. He's the CEO of Mistral AI, a European powerhouse. He basically says the idea that Chinese AI is lagging behind is a fairy tale. He points to China's incredibly strong open source scene, which is fueled by this huge developer community and a real strategic push to be self-reliant. It's a sign that this is a much more competitive global race than a lot of people think.
Okay, so let's wrap this all up. What did we learn? First, there's a historic amount of money funding the AI future. Second, that critical infrastructure, the picks and shovels, is a booming market in its own right. Third, all of this is leading to AI becoming truly personal, woven into our daily lives. And finally, this isn't just an American story. It's a full-on global competition. So, here we are. This new AI frontier is being built at lightning speed, faster than any tech revolution we've ever seen. And it leaves us with one last really big question. As this new world gets built all around us, who exactly is drawing the map?